Hey folks, our next tip is that you change the way that you organize your content in Schoology to really the way you probably wanted to organize it to begin with, now that we aren't doing fully remote or hybrid A/B schedules. So instead of making folders or what we usually refer to as modules by the week, you should make them by the content and standard. Okay. Why is that? Well, as teachers, we tend to plan week by week a lot of times when really we should plan to the standards by unit. And the week method worked perfectly for remote learning because students, while at home with their parents, need to know what to accomplish on Monday and what to accomplish on Tuesday and so forth. But if you make it in a folder by the standard, it immediately makes it easier to find and reusable in your course throughout that year and maybe even year to year. So check out my folders here that I have, my top 3 folders. I'm just pretending that this is a subject course. I know I have some math and reading mixed together. I have my standard label here, and I have this labeled both the topic that a student not going to understand and the standard really more for me. If you'd like to add in Unit 1 or Unit 2, that's certainly okay too if it helps you find things better. Within that module or folder, I've chosen a few things, and none of these are required, but I would suggest them. I have in here a folder I've labeled resources, and really that's the stuff that I imagine using whole group. Again, everything doesn't have to live in Schoology, but the items that I want to share whole group that might be of use to the student, why not put them here? So maybe it's a learn it or practice it that I have on here for each day that I'm using in whole group instruction. It could be a video that I've loaded that I'm just using to kick off my mini lesson. It could be a video that I've made. It could be anything that I plan on using in my instruction that putting a simple link to it here would help the students access it and reuse it later if they want to, or if a parent at home would like to view it. But the key focus of this module is my learning path here. And these 4 items below it, I know it's starting to look a little busy, but these 4 items below it are just the Schoology components that I've made that link to the learning path. So let me click on the learning path. You'll notice it looks just like we referred you to last year. In this particular example, we're using a Google Slide as we commonly do, but it could certainly be a Google Doc if you're more comfortable. And it's labeled Learn It, Practice It, and Evidence in this case. Though you'll hear more about having a discourse or discussion component too that rides along really well with your ready lessons. And you'll notice that on here, the students, as we've discussed many times before, can be asked to complete a column or choose 2 of a given section, however you want to organize that. But this is a nice visual interface that includes all of the stuff gathered around, in this case, 5 NBT5. When they click on any of these links, it will either take them out of Schoology, if it has to whatever that document is, or it's going to link students directly to that page in Schoology, which might be, in this case, a Google assignment. Okay, I'm seeing the teacher view now, so you don't see the slide appear. And again, those assignments are the pages I referred to below the learning plan a minute ago. You'll also notice, though, on this learning path, that if they're not doing something digital that day during their flex time, we have here plenty of paper and pencil options that in this case, since it's math, require them to go wherever you would direct them in your room to get their manipulatives and work with a partner to do whatever that might be. But all of it's surrounding this Learn It plan. If you click on the title of that folder or that module, you'll notice it takes you to a page with only the items for that folder or module, and it'll show you the whole group resources, the learning plan embedded there so they can see it, and all the other items that are in Schoology. So again, I can't stress enough that all the items are certainly not in Schoology, but those that make sense to be accessible to students both at school during their flex time and for students who might want to work more on something at home, or for parents who might want materials to help their students at home, are all loaded there. The benefit of it all being here in this module now is if this is my standard I'm working on in August, when as my folders grow, I need to refer a student that might have been struggling in August with this concept to the same concept in March, I can simply direct them to that module and it's sitting there. So my course just grows module on module, and I don't have to reinvent things when conducting enrichment sometimes or remediation towards the end of the year.